Good morning all. Welcome to Conduct Learning. How to learning with study. So we were at a chapter chemical reaction and equation. It is a first chapter for class 10 science. Previously we have done what is a balanced equation and what is an unbalanced equation, and we have taken few examples to understand this. And we understand that the balanced equation is following the law of conservation of mass. According to the law, the mass of elements or molecules before the reaction and after the reaction should be same. If it is not same, then the equation is not balanced. So according to that law, we understand what equation is balanced and what equation is not balanced. Or to find out the mass, we simply calculate the number of atom for a particular element. If the number of atom of a particular element on the left hand side or on the left hand side of the equation, chemical equation, is not equal to the number of atom of a particular element on the right hand side, then we are saying the equation is not balanced. If the both atoms on the rectangle side for a particular element and for the product side for a particular element is same, then we are saying the chemical reaction or the chemical equation is balanced. So if the equation is not balanced, then what is the procedure to balance it? We continue in this video. So first thing is procedure to balance the chemical equation. So we will discuss here what is the procedure we adopted to balance a chemical equation. So it's having few steps. The first step is write the chemical equation. The first step is to just simply write down the equation. Write down the equation as it is. So here we having the example for iron reaction with water. The symbol for iron is Fe and the formula for water is H2O as we done before. So after the reaction we are getting iron oxide and hydrogen gas. So this is the basically a chemical reaction, and the equation for the same is given there in this red alerted equation. So after writing the chemical equation as it is, the next step is to list down the number of atoms of different element present in the unbalanced equation. So we have to first of all list down the number of elements. So we start from the rectangle side and we write down the elements one by one. So first in this equation, the first element on the rectangle side or on the left side of the chemical equation is Fe, which is iron. So I mentioned iron here as a first element. After that, the hydrogen comes after iron. So I write down hydrogen in the second row. After that, the oxygen is coming in the chemical equation. So I write down the oxygen as a third element in this element column. So after that, I start counting the number of atoms in the rectangle side. So if I start counting it, so I made you clear in the previous video that when nothing is written there in the foot of any element, the number of atom for that element is 1. So I consider in this chemical equation on the rectangle side the number of atom for the iron is 1. So I mention here number of atom for element iron is 1 in rectangle side. So I wrote 1 here. After that, I start calculating the number of atom for hydrogen on the rectangle side, and it's clear by looking at this equation on the rectangle side is that the number of hydrogen atoms are 2. So I mention here 2. After that, I start counting the number of atom for oxygen on the rectangle side. So I simply made it clear in previous video or in this video also, if nothing is written in the foot of that element, then it will be considered as an 1 atom. So I consider it is having 1 atom. So I mention here 1 atom on the right hand side for oxygen. After that, I switch toward the right hand side of the equation where the product are presented. So, on the product side, it is very clear by looking at the equation, the number of atom for iron is 3. So, I mention in this column where the title is number of atom in product or right hand side. RHS stands for right hand side. So, I mention here 3 atom for iron on product side. So, I wrote 3 here. After that, I found the number of atom for oxygen on the product side of chemical equation is 4. So, I look at the element oxygen and I wrote 4 in the column of atom in product side. After that, I found the number of atom for hydrogen on the product side of chemical equation are 2. So I write 2 here in front of hydrogen element on atom in product columns. So after looking at this table, I found that the number of atom on the right hand side for iron and the number of atom for the product side for iron are not same. So that's why the both are unequal. There is a difference of 2 atoms. After that I found the number of atom for hydrogen on the right hand side and the number of atom on a product side are equal. So the difference is 0. So we do not need to balance hydrogen for that equation. After that, I found the number of atom for oxygen on right hand side are 1 and the number of atom for product side for oxygen are 4. So they both are not equal. The difference is here for 3 atoms. So in this second step, we simply count the number of atoms for a particular element on right hand side and on product side. After that, we switch toward the next slide, the step 3. Here, we will work one by one on each element to equalize the number of atoms, because we found in a previous slide the number of atoms for iron and oxygen are different. So that's why initially we start with the table and write down the element and the name of the element for which we are trying to balance the equation or balance the number of atoms. So we are working here for oxygen. And we write again in the second column the number of atoms in the right hand side and in the fourth column the number of atoms in the product side. So first of all we write down what is oxygen number of atom initially. So I mention here in H2O number of atom for oxygens are 1 and in Fe3O4 iron oxide the number of atom for oxygen are 4. So how to balance it? This will be done when I multiply this whole expression H2O by 4, so that the number of atom for oxygen should be get balanced with number of atom of oxygen on a product side. So the equation now will become iron Fe plus 4H2O gives Fe3O4 plus H2. So here you can see the number of atoms for oxygen are get balanced, because the 4 is getting multiplied with H2O. Now the constraint is now the atoms for oxygen are get balanced on the right hand side and the product side, but the atoms for hydrogen on a right hand side is get increased. They are now 4, because when we multiply 4 molecules with 2 atom of each molecule, it become 8. So now we have to work on that also, because hydrogen atom in the previous equation was balanced, but now in this equation it is not balanced. Now Fe and H are not balanced, only the oxygen is balanced. So we switch toward the next step. Step 4. Here, to equalize the number of atom for H on a reactant side and on the product side, we again write down the equation. So here we found that for hydrogen the number of atoms are 8, and for hydrogen here on the product side the number of atoms are 2 initially. Both are not equal. The difference is here of 6 atoms. So to balance it, we simply multiply the number of atom on the product side for hydrogen by 4. So now if we again write the equation will become iron plus 4H2O gives Fe3O4 plus 4H2O. So we increase the number of molecules on the product side for hydrogen here by 4. So now if we check it, the number of atom for oxygen, as we done in a previous case, the number of atom for oxygen on reactant side and the product side are now equal, and number of hydrogen atoms on a product side and the reactant side are now equal, because we increase the number of molecules here, not atom. We increase the number of molecules here. Whatever the digit written in the front of any chemical formula or any element, it is representing basically the molecule. This is a molecule. This 4 is molecule. Now here also this 4 is representing the molecule. So we increasing the molecules. So by increasing the molecule, we are increasing the atoms. So that's why now oxygen and hydrogen both are balanced. The only thing which is left, which is not balanced, this is Fe, which is nothing but iron. Now we switch toward to balance it. In the 5th step, we equalize the number of atoms of iron. So we start writing down the number of atoms in a reactant side for iron is 1. The number of atoms in a product side for iron is 3, which is giving the difference of 2. So to balance it, we simply this is by mistake. We multiply, here it's by 3, here also I change it iron. So here I multiply iron on reactant side with 3 to equalize the number of atom of iron on our reactant side to product side. So the equation is now 3Fe plus 4H2O gives Fe3O4 plus 4H2O. So now all atoms for each element in a reactant side is equal to the number of atoms for each element on a product side. Now we can say the equation is balanced as mentioned there. So simply to balance a chemical equation, for first we have to follow the 5 different steps or more than 5 steps. So we start balancing each and every element one by one by increasing its molecules, and by increasing its molecule we try to balance the equation. So this is all about how to balance a chemical equation. Thank you.